Hey guys, welcome back to the Musicians Talk Music Podcast. We're your hosts, Liam Fitzgerald.
And Hayden and Aron, and today we're talking about Give Me a Minute by Lizzy McAlpine. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back. Like I said before, today we were talking about the second album by singer-songwriter Lizzy McAlpine. She's a student at Berkeley, which is absolutely crazy because she's pretty much our age, and that absolutely blows my mind that someone our age could be making this kind of music.
That's right, she's also not too far away from us in terms of, where we are located in the world. You know? She's like I have friends that go to school with her. So that's also kinda weird
Yeah,
that there's like that kind of connection. And not to
I
mention
don't.
she's also kind of like an aspiring artist as well these days. She's
Yeah,
she's definitely getting there. She's verified on Instagram. So
yeah. I was gonna say I don't know if she is still attending Berkeley. That part is up in the air. I can't find anything about
I
that
think she
anywhere.
is. I think she is because I was when I was researching her a little bit. There was a couple interviews of her from Berkeley, um, in like 2020 in like June. So maybe not, but I mean I think she is.
Yeah,
So
who knows? Either way, she's like pretty much our age, which is
I know,
absolutely nuts.
and
So
I mean, you introduced me to this album when like September of 2020. Was it then or was it like early August or late
no, no,
August?
it was this semester. It was
Was
this
it this
semester because
semester?
you were. Yes, because my I ordered a vinyl copy and it came in as you were moving in.
Ah, okay.
So
Okay,
I
are you
remember
sure
I
about
was.
that? It might be then. Wait, no, because it came out in 2020. It would have been last semester, in September.
It
Do you
was
remember
at the
that?
beginning of one of the semesters. That's all I
One of
remember.
them. I remember it was really nice out. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say before we start getting into "Give Me a Minute" is I no, I was talking to you about this, and I think that the best way to describe Lizzie McAlpine is like a modern day upcoming Joni Mitchell. Now that doesn't mean that she sounds like Joni Mitchell, but she has the style of Joni Mitchell, and she could be as popular as her. I would definitely say one day. So
Yeah, I definitely agree. Lizzie definitely has a very very good sound carved out for herself. All of her music, it's all very very acoustic based. It's very limited instrumentally, and the production is just it's outstanding.
especially for being not because now there's variations. There's sound and actually being an indie artist, being independent. Pretty sure she's well she's not. I don't think she's independent right now, but I mean just the amount of basic stuff that is on this album and how good it sounds. I mean it's just a phenomenal sound that she's got going on for her.
Yeah, it's very much a testament to just sitting down, getting your guitar, and just writing about what comes from the heart, which I know is how, a lot of songs are written. But
Quite
you can
literally
tell
through
that
the heart
Lizzie,
too. These are all
yeah,
very much like breakup love songs.
yeah, and she put a lot of thought and a lot of emotion into every single one of these songs, and it definitely shows. So let's get
Yeah,
started. First track,
yeah. Let's
Give Me a
title track.
Minute.
Give me a minute.
What do you think of it?
Give me a minute. I remember listening to this for the first time, and this was one of the things that made me think, "Wow, she has this is some real good shit going on here." It's not
Yeah.
like I was talking about earlier. Like there is the indie sound, and then there's like the more like what people might consider indie. She is she kind of I don't know. Just from like the album cover, I kind of was like, okay, she's an indie artist, but she doesn't sound like one. She has a completely different sound from everyone else, and I don't know. I was kind of mind blown by her, and not to mention, a lot of music these days are kind of simpler tunes and whatnot. Not that that's a bad thing, but the fact is that her music is more complex. And "Give Me a Minute" is like such a great display of that right off the bat. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
just like
it's a oh yeah, go on. Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say, just like you were saying, how it's really, really complex just between the writing, thematically, and even musically. throughout this entire album, but even on this song, she uses a lot of very, very fun, colorful chords. There's this awesome walk down that she uses in this song on the guitar, and it sounds great. You know, thematically, it's about just falling just so much entirely into a relationship and completely losing sight of like your goals and what you really want, which is why
Mm-hmm.
she's saying to give her a minute because she's got to take a second to breathe.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just and also, not just that, but like just the way that her chord phrasing and whatnot, and like just like the little passage. You might be knowing the one I'm talking about, the one, boo doo, ba doo doo. Like
Yes,
that's a very mature.
right after the first verse, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's a very mature little lick that she does there. It's a not many people our age do that sort of thing in their writing.
It's
And
great.
and it's not complicated by any means, but it's just like, I would have never thought to add that there, but it makes the song all the much better. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, simple but creative.
also, I love her voice. Oh my
Oh my
gosh,
god,
she has a beautiful voice.
it's like silk. It's
I
like
know,
silk.
like silk. Sonic. Sorry.
No, please.
Check out our other podcast after this one.
Uh,
Talking about Lizzie McAlpine there, but no, nevertheless, I know that I've only listened to this album probably a couple times because I listened to it probably a couple times when you introduced it to me, and then I was getting ready for the podcast, and things have been rough for us right now, time wise and commitment wise,
yeah,
but I've been trying to do my best with this, but I don't really have much to say about it other than like it's been in my head. Almost all these songs have been in my head, especially the first couple.
yeah. They're all super duper catchy.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But
what I think about this album though is like it's all really, really catchy. I think the first half is kind of catchier than the second half, except
oh
for like the
yeah,
occasional song or two. Although I think, and this is my hot take, I think the second half is actually better than the first half, which I
oh
get a lot of shit for,
yeah, you
but
might get it from me. I mean,
maybe.
it's not that the back half is bad. It's just that if you ask me, it is just mildly inferior to the front half.
We'll get to that though.
We'll get to that. But like, there's songs that are really good on the back half, but just in my own opinion, do not
Yeah.
nearly match the front half. But
Well,
anyways,
we'll get to the
Hayden,
back half when we get to the back half.
Hayden, can you give me a little? Well, first off, before we do our rating system, are we including the interlude in the rating system? Because I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think we should.
Okay, because it would be at the
We'll
back
definitely
of my
talk
list
about the
anyways.
interlude, but it's not really much at all.
Yeah, yeah, it would be at the
An
back
interlude.
anyways. But
Yeah.
so where would you put "Give Me a Minute"? Because I know we've been talking pretty good about this song.
All
And
right.
keep in mind, like the other episodes, all these songs are probably sevens or
Uh,
nines. Maybe a few of them are tens, but like,
you know, this really hurts me to do because this is one of my favorite albums. It's one of my favorite songs, but uh 7.
seven, really? Okay, I put
7.
five. I put five.
It's
Yeah,
just I don't know. I think it's great, but I just think like I think it's good that it's number 7 because as the album goes on, it just gets better.
yeah, sure. I'm honest. The beginning's the best part. I mean, but
No,
there's good songs on the back half, but we'll get there.
we
The
will
next
get
song,
there.
is, if you ask me, it's from what I've heard of her, this is her best song. It's nothing sad and stuff,
Yeah,
and
this is a very very good song.
mm-hmm.
Um
And it's
what's cool
kind
about
of
this song though is that it's two songs in one. And
that's right.
what's really dope is that she originally wrote these actually as separate songs. She didn't write them
Mm-hmm.
together, and they were both kind of really, really short. You know, they weren't super duper fleshed out yet when she decided to put them together, because her thought process was, okay, well, they sound similar. I believe they started in the same key, and they're about pretty much the same things thematically. So why not just put them
Hmm.
together? And I think that move definitely paid off.
Oh yeah,
I got a question for you, Liam. What's
sure.
better, nothing or sad and stuff?
See, I can't listen.
You
Whenever I
can't pick
listen
a
to it, I know
favorite.
that they're both too good. No, they are, but like when I listen to it, I don't really think of it as two songs. I kind of think of it as a collective. You know what I mean? It's not really it's not really one or the other. It is one song to me. I know it's like two separate songs, but it's a lot like the End medley by the Beatles. It's all one song to me. It's not three parts or however many parts it is that people comprise it
Yeah,
of, but um it's much like that. It's just, it's too good. But I really love the lyrics, and I love her falsetto. I don't know if I don't know. I'm not a vocalist. Do girls have falsettos and I'm just dumb?
I think you would call it a head voice as opposed to a falsetto.
Head
But
voice?
you're right though.
Sure.
She does sing a lot in her chest voice on this album, and she uses her head
And her head
voice.
voice.
She uses it well. Well, she uses both.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
especially on this
I
one.
don't know why I said she sings mostly in her chest voice. She uses both. Both of them sound really great.
Yeah. But like especially like I don't know, like please take all the things you, I don't know, I don't even know what the lyrics are, but it's take all the things you had told me to hold, or something like that. Some
Yeah,
lyric like that.
take
But I
back what you gave me to hold.
That's it. That's the line. Yeah, no. It's, I don't know. I just, and then I can wear da, 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 da. And I just love how soaring, and how it's the thing about her melodies is that they're all very heartbroken, you know? And it's just this song is a classic example of how heartbroken she is, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think what's really cool about this song though is I think this song really shines musically as opposed to lyrically. Of course, it also shines lyrically, but
But I think it's more in the melody. I mean,
yeah,
I know the lyrics aren't, I know lyrics for me at least, lyrics are secondary, but like, you know, just a soaring melody, and just, I don't know,
yeah,
it's beautiful.
something really cool is in the line you're talking about before, the here's your shirt I stole. There's
Hmm.
a little counter melody that's going on with that very faintly in the background. It's going the mi re mi fa mi. I think that was right solfege. I'm
I don't
not.
think I caught that. I
It
don't
was
think it's
very
on
hard
my
to
card.
catch. I only noticed it when I listened to my record as
Oh,
opposed to
okay.
it from my computer, which
Yeah, I was
I thought
listening
was
to it with
really
headphones,
cool
and
because it just
tell you, man,
this song has so many layers, and the piano
there's
is
no compression
beautiful,
on
the
vinyl.
percussion is great, the bass is great, the transition is great. I love this song.
Oh,
I
I
love this
know.
song
It's a
so much.
beautiful song. Listen, this has been my most list, because, like, I don't know, especially when we were doing something like Melophobia, I definitely went back and listened to, like, Telescope more than most other songs, and this song has been the one I keep going back to. This song
I mean,
and the next song
rightfully so.
are my two favorites on this album. And
So
I had to
where would
pick.
you rank this one then? Is number
This
one or number
is
two?
number one for me.
Number one.
I love this song so much. I started learning it on my guitar too, like the other day. So
Really? I love to
yeah,
hear it.
sure, sometime.
You're not gonna get to my number one for a very long time. I'll
Oh, I
phrase it
know what it
that way.
is. I think I know what it is.
You probably do.
Just based on my knowledge about you and how I know you, I feel like I know which one's your favorite.
Maybe. Maybe.
But nevertheless, where are you gonna put it? Make me sad.
I'm gonna put this one at number six.
How?
Okay,
How?
it's like, dude, I love this song. I love this song so much. That's how much I love my top five.
Fine. Meet me in the parking lot. 1 hour
Oh my god,
after
no.
we're done filming. Meet me in the parking lot.
No, please. I have things to do. You know what would be funny? You know what would be really funny? If you tell me what you think my number one is, and then we cut that bit out of the recordings, and then I confirm or deny whether you got it right, just to keep the
Okay.
listeners on their toes.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. That'd be really funny. Okay, listeners, are you ready? I think that Hayden's number one is.
Ah, he got it right.
I
Good
got it
job.
right. I did. I told you I knew exactly what it was. But
You know me. You know me too well. You know me
mm-hmm.
too well. You're too
So
much. Let's
I'm
talk about Over the Ocean Call.
over the ocean
Andrew.
call. Andrew. Andrew is a good part of the song, but we'll get there because I think over the
Okay,
ocean. Over the ocean
we'll
call.
get there.
Over the Ocean Call is the one. There's like a couple songs on this album that have a little bit more going on than just acoustic guitar, and this is one of them.
Over the
This
Ocean
was
Call is definitely one of them. She rocks
uh
on this.
I know. Over the Ocean Call is like kind of kind of freaky to listen to.
Oh, I agree.
You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like she's breaking down. She's breaking down big time. And this boy, he's not expecting it, you know. Basically, the concept of the song is she calls a boy from over the ocean to basically break up with him. And it takes her a while. So that's kind of like the premise of the song.
Yeah. So what's cool about this song is that she wrote the song while she was in Spain. And this song, like you said, it's about breaking up with someone when you can't see them. Um, so this song is actually it's autobiographical. She was kind of in Spain doing her own
Are
thing.
some of these songs not? Or most
Well,
of them not?
no, they are, but this is literally as opposed to just like this is a feeling that I am putting into song. This is like a literally this exact thing happened to me type thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, of
yeah.
course, they're all autobiographical, but this
That's
is
what I
just an
thought.
exact situation. So she was in Spain and she had to do a phone call breakup, which is, probably a very hard thing to do when you're how many miles away from someone? Like,
At least 3,000. You know.
at least three.
Yeah, at least 3 miles. Dude, a mile's a long way.
Yeah. I love how much this song builds. I love
Mm-hmm.
how this song builds. And I love how it pulls back. That she knows exactly how much to build and then just, nope,
Hold on. Parallel.
hold on back.
Kind of like an ocean, bro. Kind of like the tide. I just came up. I just like literally thought, cause like you know what? I was like, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then right when she kind of like, where it kind of goes silent, and she's like, I'll break or no, yeah, I'll break your heart through the phone, and then it kind of brings it back down where it's just the bass and over the ocean call, and I was like, I don't know that to me that was just like that was perfect. That's
Yes.
kind of when we were talking about falling. I'm sorry, I keep referring back to old podcasts. Go watch our old podcast. This is not a sponsor. But I mean, it's just stuff like that. It's just like, oh man, like why would you not do something like that? There, the way that she does it is so perfect, and just like her instrumentation there, it's like if it was just her, it wouldn't nearly be good enough. If it was just
No.
her and her guitar,
And
it had to be the bass.
it's also like the production on this song really makes it work
Oh yeah,
as well. Just because like as she's as the vocal line is getting more tense, the production is also it's just kind of it's simmering, it's adding, it's growing, and then it just no more, just bass, like you said before. But just like she uses a lot of like this the way that this album is produced, there's a lot of like kind of type
yeah,
sounds, you know, a lot of just kind of ambient sounds, which is really, really cool.
yeah.
And it's just like, man, it just completely pulls back and it's
Oh
really,
yeah.
really good. What do you think of the outro? What do you think of Andrew?
Andrew, Andrew. I don't even know if I'm guessing
I
that
I appreciate Andrew.
I appreciate Andrew. I'm just gonna make an inference because I didn't know how much was actually out about this album. Like talking about the songs and whatnot, like on Lyric Genius or something like that. But I would guess that Andrew is the boy she broke up with. And am I right about that?
See,
Cause he,
I so she actually talked about this in a YouTube video. She goes down track by track. and I was taking notes on it. I don't think that she mentioned whether Andrew or not was the guy. However,
Okay.
Andrew was included on this because she wanted it to be in the album, and on its own, Andrew sounds very, very happy. However, Andrew is not a happy song.
No, it's not.
And no, but like on its own, if you don't listen to Over the Ocean Call with it, you just hear like, oh, she's in love,
But at the same
And then
time, like after Over the Ocean Call, I think it
it's
sounds
like, they broke up. It's like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like it
it's the
sounds not.
juxtaposition is just so great,
I don't even know if like remorse is the word I'm looking for. You know what I
but
mean?
just
Like
kind of like an
it just yeah, it's kind of like a oh man. I think that's the thing about Andrew that kind of makes it like that much more like oh dang, you know, like
yeah,
it makes the song
it
10 times
hits,
heavier. It really hits.
it hits.
I'd like to think that a lot of people have been there. You know what I mean? Because like that's how it feels when you break up with someone. Is Andrew? That is how you feel. It's like oh, it was
Yeah,
so nice, but like the reason why it's so kind of like faded in the back is because it's in the past.
yeah,
It's much like when people break up with people in real life, and I mean, of course, she broke up with her. She's not fictional,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean that's just that. But I don't know. I don't know. I really, really like this song, and
I
now
really
that we're
like the
talking
song
about
too.
it a lot more and more, I kind of want to put it at number one, but I can't.
Ooh.
That's
Well,
the
you
thing. Like there,
could. Your
I
rating system will just be invalidated, Liam. Look how the tables have turned. You have no credibility anymore.
that was you last episode.
Looks like neither of us have credibility anymore.
But like
Perfect.
the thing is just like I mentioned, like they're both so good. The both of them are. So that's the problem. But all right. Anyways,
Yeah.
we're
Could I tell you a little secret about my ratings, my ranking
sure.
system? Uh the more I think about it, and the more we've been talking about songs, I've been switching stuff around.
Have you
Yeah.
got a little Starbucks sponsor here?
We're not sponsored.
Oh,
Starbucks, send us
oh,
money, please.
Starbucks, please watch our thing and send us money so that we can, I don't know, make money or something like that.
Yeah.
No, we're not greedy. This is
We're
a
living in a box outside of Crane, please.
yeah, yeah.
Over the Ocean Call. Liam, where do you rank this one?
It's a number two. If it's not number
Number
one,
two.
I wish I could
Number
time.
four.
I am number
This is number four
four,
for me.
sir.
Number four.
Get
Dude,
good.
dude. You tell me to get good?
Get good.
Don't tell me to get good.
Get
Who do
good.
you think you
All right, here
are?
we go. I'm Liam Fitzgerald,
Oh.
and you're
That's
Hayden
so
Aaron.
good.
Welcome to the Musicians Talking
Oh
Music
God.
podcast.
Oh, oh no.
Okay, I knew. We gotta keep going because we spent a lot of time on those last two tracks, but
We did. The
uh,
guitars are great. It's
I
upbeat,
love
which
it when
is
a plan
great.
works.
It's 6/8, which is great. It's the start of love, which is great. The chorus builds and shrinks, which is great. The
All right,
backing
next track.
vocals are great.
I knew.
Speed run.
I yeah right. All right, I knew. I think this is a really great song. I really like the story that she kind of tells with it. I think it's a beautiful song. Just like the
Oh,
rest of them.
it's great.
Um, that's good. Good song. No. But nevertheless, I really this is one of the songs that also kind of really stuck out to me. I don't really love the lyric, like the I knew that you love me, and I was like that's eh, yeah. I'm not a lyricist, but I can be a critic, right? Um,
I guess. I do like though how it switches to I knew that
yes,
I loved you, which I think wouldn't have been as like poignant if she didn't say I knew that you loved me first.
yes, yes. But my thing is this the same boy or is this a different boy? Ooh, the drama. Nevertheless, though, I mean, it tells a very kind of sweet story, like like a prince, not like a Prince Charming, but he honestly is, just like he does these things out of the blue, just because he wants to, and he wants to show his affection for her.
Yeah. It's
It's
it's really
very
sweet how it's just kind of about like the growing of love.
yeah, yeah, I totally
Very
agree.
stark contrast from the last song, which
Yes.
is definitely not about the growing of love.
That's the thing is like I'm pretty sure more than half these, almost all these songs are about love.
In some way, shape, or form, yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I wish I had more to say about this song. I know we literally spent probably about a minute or two on this song, but I really don't know what else to say. It's beautiful. It has some nice story and whatnot, but if you ask me, it's just not nearly like the others. It's a good pop song.
It's good. It's very good. I like it a lot. But then again, all the songs in this album are very good.
I know.
I had to unfortunately throw this at number 11.
Number 11. Hey, that's not that bad. This guy's a number 8. You know, I have a really bad feeling that your top 5 are like my bottom 5.
I have a feeling about that too. It adds intrigue.
It adds intrigue. And I've been told that we don't yell at each other enough in the podcast, so get ready.
Liam, you're wrong, Liam.
I'm gonna get mad at you. This is a nightmare of an episode. All right.
Oh, let's talk about Where Do I Go?
Where do I go? Where do I go is one of these songs. There's another one of this.
I don't know. Where do you go?
Where do we go now? Where do I go is another one. Man, you're having a great time over there.
Where do we go?
Oh my god! What a good episode we have.
Okay. Where Do I Go is it's a good song. I actually have a fun story. I have a fun story about Where Do I Go.
Okay.
So she was talking about it in the YouTube video that she did. It is the same breakup as the guy from Over the Ocean Call, which I think is really, really cool. And I have 2 other fun facts. The first, you want which fun fact do you want? Number 1 or number 2?
Door number 1.
Door number 1. So, the vocals were recorded in her bathtub at her house for reverb. And she was telling her mom how she kept messing. She was not telling her mom, excuse me. She was telling us how she kept messing up, and she had to keep going downstairs and be like, "Hey, mom, stay quiet for like 10 more minutes, please." Imagine recording in your bathroom while your parents are home doing stuff downstairs.
I could never. I mean, I have, but I do it discreetly. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't like recording when my parents are around, but just
the second fun fact, which Liam, I think you'd appreciate this, as would a lot of the people listening to this, given that we know what kind of music you like. Thank you, Spotify Analytics. A reference, one of the reference tracks for this was From the Dining Table by Harry Styles.
Interesting. I don't think I caught that because I'm a big Harry Styles connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
I didn't catch that, but if I'm being 100% honest, I don't remember much from this song. This song was a little not too memorable for me. That's the problem with this album. I really like this album. It's just not a lot of more than half the songs are memorable, and then the rest of them are just kind of like, you know. For those who were listening and not watching, I kind of just like shrug my shoulders.
See, what I like about this song is that I love the reverb on it, but what I think is really, really cool is when it comes up on the bridge, the "Now I'm alone on this island," the reverb kind of goes away, and it's like it just kind of sounded very like ethereal and distant, and then it's okay, we're present, like this is where we are. It's like your mind's been wandering, you're like, holy shit, wait, no, like I am here, I'm lost, like, you know, it just kind of goes back into distant and fadey. It's a cool effect. It's a really cool effect. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Again, I didn't think about it I didn't think about that when I listened to this song. There were a lot of things that I listened to with this album that I was just like, that's perfect, and that's noticeable. I didn't catch some of the more subtle things. I don't know why I didn't, but I just didn't. I gave this album at least 10 listens, so
yeah.
But I mean, nevertheless, I mean, you know, I like to think it's like no song on this album is bad, but like if I were to give this like a rating, I'd probably give this like a 4 or a 5.
What would you give it if you were to give it a ranking?
A ranking?
A ranking.
Because
I have a very similar opinion to you. That I don't think I think all the songs are great, and I wouldn't say that it's bad.
Number 10.
Number 12.
Number 12? Really? This is the worst song
Number
for you?
12. I wouldn't call it the worst song. I would just call it my least favorite song.
That's a good way to put it. See? Love
What
it
can
when
I
a plan
say?
works.
I'm a wordsmith.
Yeah. Okay. To the Mountains. Actually,
I love the mountains.
To the Mountains is um not nearly as high as I wish it could be on my list.
To the mountains is pretty high on my list for a lot of reasons.
All right. Talk to me about To the Mountains.
I love it lyrically. She's talking about this cabin upstate for her. Not upstate New York, unfortunately. But she's talking about just this kind of cabin that she goes to get away. It's a family cabin. And it's just really, really cool because it's just kind of like I resonate with it. I want to go to a cabin and get away, you
Yeah.
know?
It'd be
Like
awesome.
I really feel that. What's really cool though, if you pay attention to the beginning of this song, as she's playing guitar, you can hear her scratching the strings as she's moving between chords. And
Yeah.
the really, really cool part is that the string scratches were actually they seem to have been pitch shifted because they're actually in solfege, it's actually T and do of the chord. So it's outlining a seventh chord, which is really, really cool. And I
Hmm.
feel like it's one of those things that once you hear it as specific pitches, you can't unhear it. I blew all of my friends' minds with that. Uh, I didn't find it myself. My friend Lydia found it, pointed out to me. Absolutely blew my mind. But
See,
it's
when
it's
you were
very
because
creative.
we talked about this a little bit before we talked about it enough at least, but you told me about that and I didn't really know what you meant because like when you said like scratching the string, I thought you meant like with a pick and just being like, you know.
No,
But um, but yeah, now I kind of see what you mean with like because it
telling you,
does pick
listen
that
to it
up.
after this.
I
That
will
goes for everyone. Listen to it
everyone.
after this.
Or listen to it before you're listening, but you've made it this far, so keep listening to us. But
Yeah, keep going.
but no, To the Mountains, I really like it chord structurally wise.
Yeah,
And it actually just a little bit kind of helped me just the way that she plays her guitar. I've started actually writing another song that kind of sounds a lot like this. Not, obviously not note for note, but it's inspired by it, at least musically. I
that's really
just love
cool.
that. I really like that. Uh, I don't know the words, but it's like.
Oh,
Da, da,
I knew
da, da,
you'd
da.
come after me, so I threw away the key.
Yeah, that one. But just like that chord change, I'm like,
But I know
that's a
you'd
good chord
never
change.
go when I say leave. It's good. It's really
That
good.
one.
This song definitely scores brownie points for chords, for production. The production scores brownie points through this song, honestly.
Oh yeah, through the album.
Yeah.
But yeah, nevertheless, I mean, To the Mountains. This is just another one of those songs that definitely stuck out to me first time I listened to it. It's one of those songs again that I keep going back to and just like
Yeah. Rightfully so.
enjoying it
It's
over and over
really,
and over
really
again.
well written. It's really, really
And
great.
that's why
Where'd you rank
that's
this? Oh, look at that. Great minds
well,
think
I was gonna
alike.
say that's why it is my number 4.
Number 4. It's my number 2.
Number, huh? Sir, sir, you're taking the best two songs on this album and putting them below this?
I wouldn't call them the best two songs on this album.
I would, but then again, music is subjective.
Music is
So
subjective.
let's so let's so before I start screaming at you, you love interlude. I thought we were just gonna talk about like 2 seconds. It's a nice interlude.
Yeah. It's the start of the B side of the album. It's fine. There's not really much here. It sounds actually it's very, very similar to Give Me a Minute, the song.
Yes.
And just fun little story. When Lizzie was writing this, um I believe she said that she put a little snippet of it on Instagram, and someone commented and was like, "Yo, is this like an outro for Give Me a Minute? Give Me a Minute because it sounds like exactly like it." And she didn't actually notice until it was pointed out to her, and she went, "Huh, look at that." So it's a fine song. It's very short. There's not
Yeah.
much to it, but I think for what it is, it happens to be pretty good.
Yeah, I would agree with you. So yeah, moving on.
Yeah. All
Moving on
right.
to
You love.
means. No, we just did that. Means
No,
thing, bro.
man. I literally just stared at my list and you love because I forgot that you love is the name.
Yo, for
All
those who
right.
are
So
watching, I
moving
keep on
on.
having. For those who are watching, I keep on having a little bit of a light show. Moving on to means something. I liked this song conceptually, but it's lower on my list. So
It means something is pretty good. I really love the production. I think it builds really, really well. The writing is really good. I really like means
that
something.
didn't help. Sorry, I'm playing with lights. For those who are watching, there's like a little bit of a light show because my camera can't compensate light. So, anyways, means something. I'm sorry, say that again.
No, I was just saying that I really, really like the song. I think I feel like it could be seen two ways. It could
Yeah,
be seen either as a breakup song and, she's seeing him everywhere and she can't get him out of her head, or it's about a song about having a crush, which I kind of like that interpretation of it
I
better.
think it's that. I think it's that more so because it's more so like I mean it is more like that because it's like I see you everywhere and that has to mean something. But then at the same time it's like okay well sometimes you're not there, and I kind of refuse that means something. It's a little bit contradictory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Um,
Even just like our experiences taught me so much, pointing me in the right direction, but then you're not here. Oh well, I'm not gonna pay attention to those little details.
exactly. It's like the
No,
things
it's
that kind of
it's
stick
it's
out, bro.
cool. It's
It
cool
is.
thematically.
And that's kind of what I like about it because it does talk about someone who's in love. Maybe it's her, but it
Ooh.
talks about
It
someone being
probably is,
like,
given that she wrote the music.
wow, cool observation, bro.
Whoa.
This is a great episode.
Classic.
Welcome to episode 6. I don't know what it
Oh,
is.
Liam, silly
Um.
boy.
Anyways, my thing with this song is that I feel like again a lot of people can probably relate to this. I mean, I definitely know it. There have been a lot of times where when I was single and thinking about a girl, I would be like, oh yeah, she was there, and that
Yeah.
has to mean something. It's like okay, well she also doesn't do this, but I'm gonna forget about that because that
Dude,
paints
I got a
a.
crush on you right now.
Do you
All these
really?
lyrics apply to me. Yeah.
Oh my, that
Yeah.
kind of makes me happy. Thank you.
Ooh.
I have a crush on you.
Ah,
I'm gonna break
stop.
my computer.
Stop. Where does
Okay.
this fall in your ranking? What would you
Where does
say?
this fall in my ranking? I have it written. It's number 7.
Uh, it's number 10.
Huh?
Are you gonna say
Sir.
that after every single
Sir, clearly we just
bro?
don't.
I'll stop giving you my rankings. Like,
Sir, we just don't agree. And you know what? This is good
this is
because
good. This is good.
we're
By the end of the recording, we'll be screaming at each other. It's
that's
fuel in
right.
the flames.
That's right. Okay, so here's my thing. It's just that like this song speaks to me more than any of these other songs, or not. Okay, I'm not gonna say it speaks to me more than any of them, but I feel like it could definitely speak to more people than I don't know half the songs on this album.
Okay.
But
So
but
like
I'm
writing, it's great. I think lyrically, it's awesome. It tells a great story. I don't know. I just feel like there's something missing. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but like I just I feel like something's just kind of lacking. And again, I have no clue what it is. I wish I knew what it is. I wish I could pinpoint why it's lower on my list. I still love the song. It's in my favorites playlist, don't get me wrong, but so is the entire album.
uh Okay. All right. Agree
You
to
know,
disagree, I guess.
hey, that's
Well,
why we're here, though.
this is the last episode of the podcast. Okay, next.
No.
Next, same boat.
So
Hayden,
Lizzie
I
said
want you
that.
to talk about
Oh,
same boat.
oh, oh. I will.
That's cute. Thank you.
So Lizzie said that Same Boat is her personal favorite. And she said that Same Boat is kind of encapsulates that feeling of being in the beginning of a relationship, not really knowing how the person feels about you. You know, I like this song. I think it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like she's saying that like she would want to take all these opportunities and take all these chances to do all these super duper fun things. When it comes down to telling you how she feels, she doesn't know if she could do it, which
Yeah.
I think is really, really cool because it just shows that like how hard it is to tell someone how you feel.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's the thing about. My God, I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. This album's just relatable in a lot of
Oh
ways,
yeah.
and I think that's why, I think that's why a lot of people are definitely starting to look towards her now because her music is a lot of music that's being written these days is very not relatable to me,
You don't say.
and I feel and I feel like a lot of music is not relatable to another wide majority of the listening public. But I feel like this album definitely speaks in some level because we've all been there. You know what I mean? If you haven't,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah,
But
well, good for you. Like
yeah, actually, yeah,
means you either
good
got
for
that means you
you.
probably got really lucky.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, no, I really like Same Boat. I like the music of Same Boat. Like I
Yes.
said in
I
the,
like the production on Same Boat
I
a
also like the.
lot.
This is one of those songs that is sonically very. I think this song sonically is better than the rest of the album, personally.
Really. That's a hot take.
But that's just me. I
Actually, I
don't
don't
know.
know if
It's
that's
just
a hot take or just a strong opinion.
I think
It's just a strong
I think
opinion.
it's a strong opinion. I mean, I don't know. It
Yeah,
just
it's a
feels like
lukewarm take.
very lukewarm take. I just feel like it just sounds better sonically, and it doesn't it has nothing to do with the songwriting. It just means like, hey, it just they did a good job mixing this one.
Yeah,
I don't really have much to
it's
say
good.
about it. It's another one of those songs that stuck out to me. It's another song that I keep revisiting. Other than that, I mean, that's the thing is like a lot of these songs I don't really have too much insight on because I didn't know I could find some because I just subscribed to her channel like 2 days ago.
Yeah, it's there. You
I've
got to do a little digging,
I've
but
been
it's there.
spending a lot of my time exploring her because I'm very fascinated by her and I want to learn more about her. So, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
So,
Where would you rank this?
um, I didn't really know where to put it. So,
I also had trouble
I'm
placing it.
I'm. Oh wait, why'd I do that? All right, To the Mountains is actually number 3. I'm sorry. To the Mountains is number 3. Same Boat is probably gonna go in number 4, just because I love it. I just don't know exactly if it's not it's not worse than my number 5, which is Give Me a Minute, but it's also not better than To the Mountains. So
So, uh, you're gonna go like, uh, what? It's like, here's the thing. I'm very, very indecisive about a lot of these songs because there's times where I'm like, oh, I like this song better than this song. I like this song better than this song. And at the time of making my ranking, I placed this above Nothing and Sad and Stuff, which doesn't really make very much sense to me. You're giving me the death stare, and I don't like it. Which is why,
man,
which is why I'm telling a week ago Hayden that he is wrong, and it is actually below Nothing Sad and Stuff.
yes, we love A Week Ago, Hayden.
Do we? Because a lot
Sometimes.
of things are getting shifted up a little bit. Because I would say that like it's it's good. It's good. I like it. But I think I have to put it at number 9.
Okay.
Just because here's the thing, right? I I genuinely love every song on this album. But I really just truly think that this one, it just like I don't revisit it all that often. You know, To the Mountains, I
Okay.
revisit. Give Me a Minute, Over the Ocean Call, Headstones and Landmines, Apple Pie. How do I tell you? I revisit those ones. You know,
We'll get there.
it's great, but I think I just don't come back to it all that much.
That's fair. I mean, yeah. Well, I'll share my opinions in a little bit, but
All right. What do you think of Pancakes for Dinner?
pancakes for dinner, I like
I like
pancakes
it
for dinner.
too. It's a
I
good
also like
song.
eating pancakes for dinner, but
I do too.
um,
It's a good choice.
it kind of feels like it kind of feels like everybody's sort of relationship fantasy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It's
get that.
like all you want to do with this person is just kind of be with them and do stuff regardless of whether or not it makes sense. You just like doing stuff with them.
Yeah, it's just how like I would so much rather just sit and do nothing with you than just sit and do nothing.
Yeah,
You know, because at least they're
exactly.
in that presence. But what's really cool about the song is it's not necessarily about I want to do things with you. I see it more so as a I want to do things with you, but I'm having a really really tough time telling you, and I'll
Yes.
regret not telling you if I don't do it soon.
Yeah.
Which I think it's a really really cool thing to write about because it is kind of about like not really shooting your shot because the shot's already been shot because you're already
Yeah.
with the person, but just kind of like you got to say how you feel now because you don't know when you won't be able to say how you feel anymore.
Yeah. 100%. I there's a chord. I want to
Probably the chord that Darren likes.
which is which one?
I don't know, but I was listening with him and he went, "Ooh, that's a cool chord."
Yeah, I think it's literally just like it's just like a chord that becomes a dominant 7. And it's just like want to eat
Yeah, but
pancakes
it's
for
like
dinner?
not it's not used normally, right?
No, it's not.
Yes, that's what it
And it's
is.
also in a very cool and creative way, and it's also, if I remember correctly, she doesn't add the 7th in an instrument. She adds it in her voice. So you have that flat 7. She rips it, and it's awesome. It's like the word is like something. I want to get dressed just to get
I want to dress
undressed.
up just to get undressed.
Yeah, I want to dress up just to get undressed, and
Yeah, that is a
that's what the
dominant seven
chord is.
chord. Yeah. Now
And
I'm thinking about it, it is.
it's a very cool little thing that she does there. So
I like this
yeah,
song a lot. This song makes
I
me
like it.
happy.
I like it. It kind of makes me want to do the same thing. You know,
Eat pancakes
kind
for
of makes
dinner.
me wanna. I want to eat pancakes for dinner, and
Liam,
that's
do you
all
want
I
to get
want to do. Forget
pancakes
the rest
tonight?
of the song. Do I want to get pancakes
Do you want to
tonight?
get
I'm always
pancakes
down for
tonight?
pancakes.
I think we should get pancakes tonight.
Always, always down for pancakes. But Hayden, where would you put this song? Huh?
I had a really tough time placing this song too because I really, really like it,
Yeah.
but I also really, really like a lot of the other songs on this album. My credibility is gonna go out the window, man. It's number 8, which is
Number
so
8.
I don't like
Okay,
putting
okay.
it
So
there.
I don't
Okay, but
I don't really
but
like
like
you
if
putting it
we
there
look at the
either, but
stuff that we've covered so far, right? No, it's just below Give Me a Minute, and then Nothing Sad and Stuff. And then you also have like Over the Ocean Call and To the Mountains are also up there. Like all genuinely very, very good songs. And I'm not saying that Pancakes for Dinner isn't a good song because Pancakes for Dinner is a great song. It's
Mhm.
just that like I like those songs better, I guess. But Pancakes for Dinner is one that I go back to a lot.
Yeah, I really like pancakes for dinner. I think it's catchy. Pancakes for Dinner.
100,000% it's catchy.
Yeah. And I think it's probably gonna be my. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it there. I was gonna move it. It's my number six. Number six.
A respectable number, if I do
Thank you.
say so myself.
Thank you. Nothing will beat the first, or the second or third track on this album. So Hayden, I'm gonna let you talk about the next song because I know that you like it.
So that so I so Pancakes for Dinner until the rest of the album, I think, is such a hot streak of four awesome songs. And although they are not my top four, it's still really, really good, just one after another after another after another. Like, I have a feeling that songs like How Do I Tell You, should she create such a big catalog to say, oh yeah, this is like a deep cut, will turn into a deep cut.
This is a deep cut. This is
Because How Do I Tell You is a great, great song. It's like, and I know so many people have been in this situation where they've had a shitty relationship and they're finally starting a new one. And it's like, I'm used to it being so bad, but now it's good and I'm confused.
yeah.
Which is, again, a really, really cool thing to write about because I don't know, in my experience, not a lot of people have written about stuff like that.
No, a lot of people either there's two things that people write about, maybe three things that people write about when relating to love. And that is how cool and awesome love is right now, how bad and terrible love is right now, like oh man, breakup, or how cool it would be to be in love.
Yeah,
Never so much about the I've never been in a bad relation or I've never been in a good relationship. What is this like? Is
which
this what it's
yeah,
supposed to be like?
which I think that makes the song all the more better because it's so unique.
Mm-hmm.
And just the backing vocals on it with the harmonies, I think, are fantastic. You know,
Absolutely.
I love the writing, you know?
Mm-hmm. I do know, man. This is another
The
one of those
melody is
songs.
great.
This is another
Just
one of
like,
those songs that I found myself kind of coming back to. Granted, it's lower on my list,
I listen to the
but
song a lot.
do you?
Yeah, I like it a
It's
lot.
um, it's one that although I come back to, I don't come back to it enough. Let's put it like that. I mean, there's 13 tracks on this album.
It's
There's
it's a big album, yeah.
And the thing is, like, yeah, it's like 40 minutes. It's a general length of an album. But the thing is like, I was talking about this with my roommate, and this is a dense album for what it is.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh, there's yeah.
dense,
Yeah,
dense
there's
in
a
a good way.
lot to offer here.
And I'm still finding stuff, even though I mean, how many times have I listened to Over the Ocean Call? I'm still finding stuff, and I'm still finding stuff with these backtracks too in the back half of the album.
This is why I
But
say I like the back half better.
oh, there's still stuff in the front half too, though.
No, no, the front half is good. It's like really good versus like really, really good.
Oh, okay. I understand. I
Yeah,
don't, but I
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Well, anyways, I don't like you. Where'd you put it?
I would put this song. I would put the song at number 5. Even though I believe I had a number 5 before, but since I moved things around, everything just kind of got shifted up again, shifted around. So I will go over my full ranking at the end again, just to go over it. But yeah, this is number 5.
All right. Cool.
Is this
Moving on.
number last for you?
Yeah.
How? Liam, this song has a great melody. It has great harmonies. It's written so well. Thematically, it's
How do you
great. It's
pick?
unique. It's special. No one is writing about this.
Hayden. Maybe I've become less credible in this episode, but
I think
you
you
know what?
have.
After listen, here's the thing: is like after talking to you, I get new insight on this. So now I need to go back and listen. You know what I mean?
Yes, you
So
do.
maybe, oh, you know what would be fun on the Instagram if people are listening? Maybe we make updated lists. Wow, wow.
That could be very cool. I
Stay
think we
tuned
should do that.
for stay tuned for all of our Instagram folk and
At Musician
YouTube.
Stock Music Podcast on Instagram. Go
That,
follow us. Go check it out.
that's right. We'll throw a plug in at the end of the video too. A lot of plugs this video.
Yeah. Too many to
um,
count.
too many to count, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it any less. So, all
I don't
right.
know. This song is just it's so good, man.
You know what? Maybe I'll replace this with the next song, Apple Pie, because I
You're
like
gonna
how
replace this with apple pie? You're gonna throw apple pie down to the bottom? Are you kidding me?
what song do
Are
you
you
want me to
kidding?
throw at the
You said
bottom?
you wanted to. People said they wanted us to yell. This is how we get
Okay,
there.
okay, okay. So here's the
Apple
thing.
pie. Speak.
Okay, what do you
Speak.
want me to put at the bottom?
Speak.
I just did. What do you want me to put at the bottom?
Where do I go?
Maybe,
No,
but
dude.
no.
Apple pie is such a good
Overrated.
song.
At least by
It's
you.
such a good song.
You talk about it a
No,
lot.
because dude, she's talking about how she's moving around her entire life and how she's never felt like she's at home. And then finally she gets to a place and she meets people where she's like, yeah, I'm comfortable here. I can break out of my shell. You know, maybe I'm attached to it because I had a similar experience, not really with the moving around, but I felt like in high school I was very, very much in my shell. And then when I got here and met a lot of people up here, I was really just like, yeah, like I'm comfortable. Not that I wasn't comfortable in high school, but like I can grow now. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
can see that. I don't.
but you will not put apple pie at the bottom.
Let's put it like this. I kind of felt something similar, at least when I was in elementary school, but then I got to middle school, and middle school is a long time ago, so I've been able to break out of my shell. Actually, when I got here, I was incredibly uncomfortable. This was, I mean, like, it took me a long time to break out of my shell, or at least it felt like it did. But,
I'd like to think I broke out of my shell pretty quickly because
yeah,
I latched onto new people pretty quickly. I hung out with like the same three people every day. I barely spent any time in my room. I spent time in two of my friends' room, like 3 floors above me.
yeah,
You
I
know,
know.
I don't regret it.
That's
It was
like,
great. They
that's
definitely
like,
helped me grow out of my shell.
yeah, me too. That's the thing. It's like I hung out with like the same 6 people probably, and I got out of my shell. Granted, I only talked to a few of those people right now, but I you know I'm still happy about the people I met, and I still love the people I met. You know, it's just I've been talking to other people. Doesn't mean anything's changed. I just people move on, and I've
Yeah.
definitely been able to kind of grow, and I've grown. I've grown talking to you. I mean, we became pretty good friends, especially last year, and um, so I mean, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, generally
Dude,
speaking, it's
this
a
song has so much to offer. You know, I love it. I love the writing. I really love like how passionate she gets with her singing. Her vocal performance on it is great. You know, especially in towards the end where she's saying, "Let's rent a place, 2 rooms and a window facing building and fire escapes." I love that part.
I mean, look, the
You
way she
know, and it
phrases
just
it
kind of
is.
it pulls back again, and then it's just very, very simple.
I mean, hey, look, the way that she phrases it, like I'm not putting that to shame because dang, she's real good. But like,
She's good at what she does.
I don't know. I don't connect with this song. Maybe I just don't think I connect with the song as much as you do, which is fine.
That's fair. Man,
But
I can't believe we finally got to the place where I kind of yelled at you.
it's okay. We'll be doing more eventually. With the
Yeah.
lineup of albums that we might, well, we might not disagree on the next lineup of albums. Then again, we had a lot of time to get familiar with like stuff like Melophobia and the other stuff because it's at least been in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like we've been exposed to it. This was definitely the newest thing we've listened to as far as that
Yes,
goes.
this came out in August of 2020, so it's not even a year old yet.
Yeah, so a little bit different, but All right, so apple pie is where it is for me. Where you said it's at
Uh,
number.
Apple Pie is at number 3 for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, apple pie is at number nine. Okay.
You sound so disappointed.
I'm disappointed because there's better songs. Hayden, I hate to
Yeah.
break it to you. I don't feel like I have enough knowledge on this next song to give it an appropriate rating. So I put it where I did, and I'm sorry ahead of time. I know it's your favorite song. This is Hayden's
Spoiler
number one.
alert.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
there.
This is my number one.
Hayden's number one song is "Take It Away."
All right. Headstones and Landmines is a beautiful song. Headstones and Landmines is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. Headstones and Landmines is the best song on this album for so many reasons. Reason number one, she strips it back a lot on this song. She strips it back, instrumentally, with it just being guitar. She strips it back lyrically, where she's just kind of listing things, which, like, is fine, because like it really adds to it. And this song is actually a song about her dad. Actually, her dad unfortunately passed, and I think that this is a really, really like beautiful just tribute, you know, just because like it's just kind of, I feel like it talks about trauma really, really well. I'm fortunate to not have gone through a whole lot of family related trauma like that, but I've had gone through it before. And just like the day when I find out that certain things have happened, just like moments are ingrained into my memory, like sitting on my couch, going into my room, waking up super early the next morning. Like I could tell you where I was that day, exactly what I was doing, who I was doing it
Yeah,
with, and this song
absolutely.
is just kind of that at its core. It's just a list, which I think is beautiful. You
Yeah,
know, also
I mean,
I think it's kind of cool to mention that she also kind of talked about the pandemic a little bit
yep,
in the song, because she talks about hugging from 6 feet, and it's not enough, and only time will fix it, and that could be both about death and also the current situation of the world.
yeah,
And just like in the second verse, the second half of it, she says, the books don't say sorry, they don't count and touch. They're just observers collecting their dust, and they know that nothing they say is enough. I think that's probably one of my favorite lines in the entire song. Just because the way that she delivers it, it's just so heartbreaking. And she's just like, it's just like she's just personifying these things in her house that, like, obviously books can't speak to you, but books see you all the time. They're chilling on the shelf. But like, what would they say if they could talk? You
mm-hmm.
know, it's great.
Yeah.
So you said you don't know a lot about it, like lyrically and thematically. But what do you think of it musically?
I really like it
It's
musically. I the thing
Fixate
the
guitar
thing is
ballad.
that because the thing about this song is because it is at the back of the album, I started kind of losing not interest but focus, and I kind of started listening to it a little bit more passively than I feel like I should have. And I kind of feel
Yeah,
bad because I feel
I
like I
I
should have.
encourage you to give it another listen.
I mean, that's the thing is, this is, when we were preparing for this episode, I only got to listen to it, like I said, about 10 times all the way through, and I feel like that wasn't good enough. But
It'll never be good enough. You know. I feel like though with all music though, I feel
it
like you can
is.
never listen to something enough,
Well, yeah,
because every time you listen to it, you're gonna find something else.
I'm finding that with my own music I listen to, just like on a daily basis. So, like, for those who don't know, I'm a huge George Harrison fan, and I'm listening to his album All Things Must Pass, and I have been for the last couple of
I'm also
weeks.
listening to All Things Must Pass. I just started listening to it again last night, actually.
Oh, really?
Very
Heck
great
yeah.
album.
Yeah.
But we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, stay tuned for a very big episode on All Things Must Pass in a couple of
Eventually,
months. But
it'll take some time.
um but I mean
But
it's just
no,
like
it's
that.
like
And I've been
you.
listening to it.
Yeah.
I mean I've been listening to All Things Must Pass for months. Like it's constantly been on. And I'm still finding stuff that was recorded and it's just mind blowing.
And
So
I think that can also really, really go hand in hand with this album as well. Because like the first time I listened to it, I don't actually remember where I was or when it was. I remember one of my friends recorded a guitar cover of Pancakes for Dinner. I thought it was great. So then I listened to the song and then I listened to the album. I think I listened to it up here actually at school. And just every time I'd listen to it, I would notice something else. And then I talked to my friends about it and then I would notice something else. And I think that I honestly think the most recent thing was a few weeks ago when my friend Lydia and I were talking and she had mentioned the guitar scratching thing. And I'm like, okay, there's so much more to unpack on this entire album that
mhm.
I don't even know, you know?
Yeah, I know. So I mean yeah, so I'll tell you what, let's make updated lists. Stay tuned on our Instagram.
Well, we can also go over what our lists are right now since we both kind of rearranged a little bit.
Yeah, I did a little bit. I need to do more though, but all
I
right.
did a little bit.
Ready?
My
So
my ranking as of right now.
number
Actually, let's
12.
let's go together. Number 12 starting at the bottom. Okay.
All right.
Where do I
It'll
go?
go. Yeah, you go and then I'll go.
Yeah, okay. Where do I go? I knew, mean something, same boat, pancakes for dinner, give me a minute, nothing sad and stuff. Top five. How do I tell you? Over the ocean call, apple pie, to the mountains, headstones, and landmarks.
Okay. Number 12. How do I tell you? Headstones and landmines. That will change. Don't worry.
As it should.
Maybe it will. Maybe it won't.
Ooh,
Where do I go?
intrigue.
Where do I go? Apple pie. I knew. Means something. Pancakes for dinner. Give me a minute. This is by the way top five. Give me a minute. To the mountains. Oh, and sorry, I switched one of those. I can't remember which one I switched. Oh well, yeah. You know because you've listened to it all the way through at this point. Top three, same boat, over the ocean call, and the best song on this album, Sad and Stuff. In my
I
own
know a lot
opinion.
of people would agree with you there.
I
Well,
think
I
a lot of
can't
people
believe we
would.
finally had very, very different opinions for once.
Yeah, I know. Especially the last couple episodes have been very similar.
Very
Although Billy
similar.
Joel was a little different, wasn't it?
A little bit, but more so on, not as much on our part.
All right, more on Cole's part,
Yes.
but yeah,
Great
no.
album, though, overall.
How would you give it? Because I think we've been doing that a little bit of a ranking of the album, or
Like, like a
the
rating of the
rating.
album,
Yeah,
I
rating.
give
My
it a
bad.
10. This is one of my favorite albums I've ever listened to.
Give it a 10. Give it an 8.5. Very generous 8.5.
I'm also very proud to say that I have this album on vinyl. It is sold out, so I'm very happy about that. I listen to it all
Is
the
this
time.
sold out? Dang, because I was actually thinking about ordering this. So
I mean, it's probably going to get another release as a thing. And
yeah.
especially since Lizzie's releasing a lot of new music right now. She just released an EP not that long ago called When the World Stopped Moving, which is also really, really good. Sounds like a logical next step from Give Me a Minute. Harmonically, sonically, instrumentally, the writing. And she said that's actually there to hold us all over in between albums. So, with more
Oh.
stuff on the way, I'm sure the vinyl will be available again soon.
Actually, really recently, she just dropped a new. Was it Monday? She dropped it. The new EP.
It was it Monday?
I don't know. It was recent. Go check
It
out
was it
this
was the other
album.
day. It was literally the other day.
That's what I mean. Like it was literally like it was either like yesterday.
It
No, it
wasn't
wasn't
yesterday.
yesterday.
It
It was
was
a
last
couple
week.
days
It
ago.
was sometime last week.
Anyways, check that out. Check this album out. Give me a minute. Oh, I gotta get. Oh yeah, we already did ratings. Never mind. I'm just real silly, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's okay.
Um, but yeah, no, check her out because she's an aspiring artist and she's phenomenal. Um, and stay tuned for some better ratings because we are both not credible.
It
Um,
happens.
but feel free to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, I don't know. We're on other things
Anchor,
now. We're on
YouTube.
Anchor.
At this point, anywhere you get your podcasts. New
I
episodes
know.
every Friday.
If you get your
Follow us on
I was gonna say, if
Instagram.
you guys listen to
Oh.
anything like weird, please message us and we'll put it on that for you.
I think if anyone listens to
don't own
anything weird, they
else.
wouldn't message us because they wouldn't be noticing our podcast. Liam, come on.
Hey, smart idea. But yeah, no, go. Yeah, like Hayden said, go check us out on Instagram
at Musicians Talk Music Podcast. New episodes every
Ayo.
Friday. But yeah,
Or
let us know what you thought. Did you like it? Did you love it? Because it's either one. It's one of the two.
Well, maybe they
So
thought it was okay.
no one thinks this album is just okay, Liam.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, guys, thank you guys.
Yeah, we will see you guys.
If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like.
Oh, of course,
comment,
of course. Liam, you're selling out.
And subscribe and ring the bell to get notifications.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. That's it. We're ending the episode. We made
1 cent. Thank you guys.
See you guys next week.